Hey, it's Jess here, and I am very excited to be talking to a super talented singer-songwriter and just an amazing person all round, all the way from the US, Blessing Offor. Hello, Blessing. Great to be with you
Hello,
today.
Jess. Thanks for having me.
The pleasure is all mine. Whereabouts in the States are you right now?
I am currently domiciled in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. What's the vibe like there at the moment?
The vibe is rainy and thunderstormy, but always usually fun.
You know, you have just absolutely gone out in sympathy for what it's like in Brisbane here of late. I love it. That's great. Blessing, I want to talk about your remarkable story. You've had some pretty big challenges in your life. You're blind and you moved countries at a young age. You were born in Nigeria and moved to the US when you were 6. So could you tell me a little bit about how your journey has influenced you as a person, but also as a songwriter?
Man, the perspective of being from Nigeria, coming to America, growing up in Connecticut, coming to Nashville, living in New York, living in LA, it's a melting pot inside of one brain.
Yeah, wow.
And I personally, I like that. I think given any subject matter, I feel like I tend to think of things a little differently. There's this concept I learned called third culture. And third culture essentially is when somebody is from place A and grows up in place B and kind of retains both aspects and kind of melds it into one. You know what I mean? So I feel very third culture, where it's like there's a bunch of me that is perfectly Connecticut and American, and then a bunch of me that's perfectly Nigerian. And I don't feel the need to like give up or give in or, compromise on any of those things. Like it's a both and instead of an either or.
Yeah, great. And I mean, you've lived so many places. Are you even up to just third culture anymore? Are you not up to 17th by now?
We'll find a number. But I don't know. I feel like it makes songwriting like what I like to call like a worldly exercise, because my perspective is kind of uniquely global. And I love that. Like when I think about kind of Christianity, I think about growing up in Nigeria and being a Christian in a mostly Muslim country. And when I think of like, everything happening in America, I think about it from so many different perspectives. When you think of suffering, or you think of, even brighter days, you think, man, this optimism that is so naturally in me is because I grew up in a place where people were happy with very little, so that is a thing I cannot get away from if I tried.
Yeah, I love your sense of optimism. It is contagious despite everything that you have overcome in your life. And it ties in really well to this new single, Brighter Days. Seems like a very timely message as well, a message of hope in the midst of everything that's been going on in the
Oh
world
man.
lately. Tell me, what inspired this song for you?
I love telling people that it's going to be all right, not because the world isn't painful or disappointing, but because through the pain and disappointment, it's still going to be all right, because circumstances don't have to define what all right means. You know what I mean? So that is something I've learned firsthand. And I think it's the kind of thing that gives you an unshakable foundation, which is that there are, circumstances come and go, happiness comes and goes, but like joy is a deeper concept.
I have read that you considered your vision impairment to be a gift for your music. Can you tell me more about how your music is strengthened or enhanced by that, and what you would say to other people about seeing hardships as something that can be a real blessing? Use the pun. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Jess, I heard that second of hesitation. I heard it. You're like, that's a real blessing.
Oh no. And he called me out on it. How embarrassing.
Oh my God. Honestly, so, again, it's to say that I do consider my life, my blindness, my circumstances, all of them gifts, but not not in a way that belittles the struggle. You know what I mean? Like it's to have the perspective I do is something I would not trade for the world. And in order to have that perspective, I had to go through some difficult things. It's not to say that the things weren't difficult, but it's just to say that when you come out of a difficult thing, oftentimes, if you let it work in you enough, you find that what you glean after the difficulty is worth the difficulty. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. What are you hoping that people will take away from Brighter Days?
I hope people listen to that song and feel that they're not alone, that somebody understands, that pain is real, but not as real as hope and optimism and joy.
And what else is coming up for you? You've got a new album out as well.
Yeah, so the EP comes out this Friday.
Yep.
It's called title track, Brighter Days.
Yeah.
There are a couple, 6 of some really, 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 if I may be so immodest, great songs. I'm very proud of those songs.
That's great. Yeah.
There's a song on there called Believe that I'm very excited for people to check out. I am just so excited for the world to get to know this music. And I'm excited to be out on the road playing it for everybody. And hopefully that happens sooner rather than later.
Yep.
And I'm excited to connect with people. I'm a very shy person, as you can tell.
I know it's been so hard interviewing you today. What am I going to do? You're such a shrinking violet.
Such a violet. So people are my energy. And so I can't wait to meet everybody on the road.
What about on the plane? Are you going to come out to Australia one time?
Can you please send a message to the team and tell them to bring me to Australia? Because I would love that.
We would love that as well.
Yes.
Oh, well, very exciting stuff. Congratulations, Blessing, on the new
Thanks,
song.
Jess.
It's been a real pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much.